said. I want to talk to the person that you feel like you can't even focus, like you cannot complete a task because your mind's all over the place or it's really nowhere at all and you just can't focus. Maybe you are completely overstimulated all the time. Maybe you are unable to recover from, an acute sickness like a cold, or maybe you're unable to recover from that workout that you had a week ago, or you're just completely and absolutely emotionally taxed. Like you just can't handle anymore. And it is just dragging you down day after day after day. Because the truth is that, people today, like, we're not just low on energy. We are living in a body and in a world that is constant noise. And when I refer to noise, I'm talking about the frequencies that are coming at us from every single direction. I say this all the time. You live in a cocoon of frequencies that are vibrating from every direction, from you, to you, above you, below you. There are frequencies that you cannot see. The unseen is affecting your health. On top of that, our mind is noisy. The nervous system is noisy because of all of these things coming at us. Our schedules are out of control. I was talking about this the other day with another parent. Like, kids who are 5 years old are practicing baseball till 11 o'clock at night, 3 nights a week, having tournaments all weekend, and like there's no family time. Like, schedules are just crazy. Our environment is noisy. Like, all of the inputs, everything coming at us, it's causing inflammation. It is increasing both physical and mental and emotional stress. And eventually, the body can only handle so much. And the body starts speaking. You're like, well, how's the body speaking? Well, it's speaking through that brain fog, the absolute fatigue that you can't overcome, the irritability that you feel at any given point in the day, the fact that your body has like next to zero stress tolerance, the fact that you are craving all of these horrible foods, you cannot focus, you have poor recovery, you're having trouble sleeping, you can't hardly wake up in the morning, or you don't feel refreshed when you wake up. And that feeling of like, I just don't feel like myself anymore. I don't feel like I did 5, 10, 15, 20 plus years ago. And I think one of the most frustrating places to be is in that spot where you know that like you're not okay, but you can't explain why. The doctors can't explain why. And you just truly just like don't know what else to do, where else to turn. So that's why I want to talk about these two foundational products. You guys, this is a place to start. And let me just put out there, we are not diagnosing, treating, curing. We are not giving medical advice. This is for educational purposes only. But this is just for knowledge for you to potentially be able to make choices that may set you in a better place to support your health. So, rise and source. Okay. One of those is going to help support the brain. It's going to help with that mental clarity. It's going to have a resilient output. We talk about the input all the time. What about the output? What about what can we produce? The other is going to help support that mineral depletion that we're all experiencing. It is going to hydrate us. Not just that regular hydration, but we're talking cellular hydration, and provide a conductive foundation that your body depends on. And so, what makes this conversation even more powerful is that these supplements, again, like I already mentioned, they're not just traditional supplements. It's not just a supplement with an ingredient label on both of these. It is a supplement that contains a metal sticker that is frequency charged with a proprietary frequency formula. Okay, so we're not just talking about the chemistry of the body. We are talking about that energetic environment, that the chemistry that these ingredients are landing into. And that matters because, again, without energy, we have no life. Okay? This isn't about, excuse me, providing stimulation to the body, but it is about providing information for the body. It is about balancing the body so that the body can create that energy in a more efficient way. You know, energy is not just calories. So don't let somebody tell you that, yeah, energy is just the caloric joule. No, 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 no. Energy is not just running on caffeine. Energy does not just come from your macronutrients of proteins, carbs, and fat. It's chemistry. Yes, there's the chemical component, but it is also the signaling, how the neurotransmitters fire, how the ions move across the cell membrane, how the energetic rhythm of the body works, that cellular communication, the electrical charges. This is why these matter so much outside of the ingredient component, is because of the energetic aspect of this, the frequency charge formula that is constantly penetrating into the chemical components of these two products. So, you know, a lot of people are like, okay, so yeah, we talked about how well, you know, all those things that I feel. Why? Why do I feel this way? Okay, it's not that your body is broken, but our bodies are depleted. They're overstimulated. They're completely undermineralized. You guys, the soil today is not what it was 100 years ago. Like, that is an entire soapbox and rabbit hole I can go down. Our bodies are inflamed. If you have any type of symptom, you are inflamed. There is inflammation in the body. Symptoms are a result of inflammation. We have a society that is completely over caffeinated, completely under rested. They have energetic disruptions all night long because of all of the electrical components in the bedroom. The fact that we have cell phones charging at the head of our beds, right beside our, beside heads, it is completely disconnecting the rhythms that our body was designed to thrive in. So if you think about all the things that we're up against every single day, okay, we're running on rush mornings, barely getting out the door. We have the blue lights at night, from our cell phones. People are just like laying in bed before they go to sleep, scrolling the phone or watching TV. Those are blue lights. Blue light is emitting a frequency that is actually affecting the melatonin production of your body. We're stressed all day long. We are the phones are constantly going off. We are not hydrated properly. Processed food, don't even get me started on that one. And all of that is creating this chronic inflammation. Again, the mineral depletion, the environmental burdens. You guys, the air that we breathe is toxic. We have a lack of that deep rest, that REM sleep, lack of just being still. Like, you guys, that's a total biblical component. Just be still. Our nervous system rarely feels safe enough to just kind of be still and exhale. Like, exhale. So, when someone says, I'm exhausted, but I can't calm down. Like, I'm just, constantly like this. Or they say they can't focus and I feel like my mind won't turn off. I understand that. Because, then you have somebody that's like, I feel like my spark is gone. Like, I don't feel like me. And what people are describing, what maybe you feel, it's not just that low energy. You are feeling a completely dysregulated body on an energetic level. We are describing a body and brain that is trying to function in a complete state of overload. You're overloaded nonstop. It's constant stimulation. Stimulation from the caffeine, stimulation from the cell phones, stimulation from all of these external frequencies that are affecting our health in a negative way. And this is where we have to change that wellness conversation. It's not just about asking, okay, so what product do I take next? What do I add to my routine? No, the question is, what kind of terrain is going on inside of this body? Like, how is your body Like, what kind of terrain is this body functioning in? Like, we're missing the bigger picture here. Yes, the body needs and can very much use these raw materials, but the body also needs rhythm. It needs the minerals, it needs the cellular hydration. Okay, so when I'm talking about cellular hydration, yeah, we may have some ingredients in here that are incredible for hydration, but those ingredients are not going to benefit the body if they're not going to be able to move into the cells. Well, that's an energetic component. There's some energy that has to take place. There's some signaling that's got to be better. We need support for the nervous system. It seems to be like all the hype lately that I see all across my social media is, central nervous system reset, central nervous system reset. And it's true. Like, our nervous system is, so many people are living in fight or flight. Want to lose weight? Can't lose weight. Because why? Your central nervous system is in fight or flight. Your adrenals are taxed. We need less chaos and more coherence. That's balance. This is what makes Rise and Source such a powerful place to start. One of the things that I want people to understand is this: we are not just chemical beings. We are chemical and energetic beings. So every heartbeat has an electrical component. Every nerve pulse has an electrical component. Every cell within you depends on gradients, signaling, and communication with one another. So yeah, the ingredients in these, they matter. The vitamins matter, the adaptogenic mushrooms matter, the minerals matter, the amino acids, the trace elements, all of that matters. But if we're putting that into a body that is completely stressed, noisy, there is no energetic balance, it's in a completely depleted state, where are those ingredients going? What are they doing? How does the body even know what to do with them? That is where frequency is different. These products are not only built around meaningful, absolutely supportive biochemical ingredients, but they're frequency charged with 11 harmonic frequencies that are designed to support the body bioenergetically as well. And that is such an incredible, beautiful bridge because the body needs both. God did not just create this being that just runs off of chemical components. No, there's energy coursing through us. Without energy, we would not have life. Our body needs structure. It needs support in the signaling. It needs the raw materials and the communication. It needs that biochemical support, but it also needs a more coherent, energetic environment. So when I talk about Rise and Source, it's not just some random products with great ingredients that have a lot of clinical studies behind them. No, I am talking about the foundational support that these provide for rebuilding the vitality of your body from a biochemical and bioenergetic standpoint. So I want to start with Rise. As you can see on here, I have the pineapple. This is the one that I keep at my office. Rise is literally for anyone. It can help support anyone at any given point in time, but most especially for the individual that's exhausted. Like, your brain's going 90 to nothing. You can't hardly even lay down to go to sleep because your brain won't stop. You can't focus. You are scattered all over the place. You just don't have that recall that you used to. You need energy, but as soon as you drink coffee or anything, you're shaky, you're anxious, you're just fried and tapped out by lunchtime. And that is exactly why this formula matters. So many individuals have tried so many different things and never felt the needle move. So when you look at the ingredients in Rise, you can automatically see that the formula in and of itself from a biochemical component, it is aiming for that mental energy, the neurotransmitter support, that cognitive brain function, and a more calm focus. So when we break down some of these ingredients, you have L-tyrosine. Okay, so that is actually a precursor to a catecholamine neurotransmitter like dopamine and norepinephrine. Okay, so that is relevant in this whole conversation around stress and how our body responds to that stress. our ability to focus, just that drive to get things done, that mental output, and actually just productivity. So that's where you're going to see how L-tyrosine has such a positive impact. And it's because it's a precursor to those neurotransmitters that we need to be able to have a better stress response and to be able to focus. Then you have acetyl L-carnitine. Okay. So that fits right in with the brain energy and the mitochondrial conversation. Okay. Your mitochondria, those are the little power plants of your cells. This is so important because so many people think that they have a motivation problem. And what they really have is an energy production problem, meaning the little power plants are not producing enough energy. So that's where that ingredient comes in for some incredible support. Then you have alpha GPC. So that is supporting the acetylcholine conversation. And so acetylcholine matters for learning, memory, attention, just that mental sharpness and recall. So you can see like we're just stacking one on top of the other for that mental brain health support. You also have phosphatidylserine. I get tongue tied, which is supporting the membrane integrity. Okay. So this is going to kind of surround the neuronal health and just the stress resilience of the brain, your neurotransmitters. Then you have B vitamins. Okay. They are absolutely central because if you want the brain to function well, methylation specifically, and neurotransmitter production and energy metabolism, you have to have the B vitamins. And like methylated B12 is huge because you don't want to be taking cyanocobalamin, which is a synthetic form of B12, which is actually a form of, excuse me, uh, hydrogen cyanide when that's broken down. So we won't go down that rabbit hole. But B vitamins, those are the happy vitamins. Those are the energy vitamins. So they're going to give you that energy that just makes you feel good. And then you have the mushroom blend. So you have 7 adaptogenic mushrooms in here that are organic. And this part of the formula is phenomenal. It just rounds things out in a way that allows your body to be just more resilient in a whole body sort of way. So it's like we're not just hammering stimulation, 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 energy like an energy drink, but we're supporting the body in an adaptive way. It is helping your body to be more adaptive to its surroundings, the situations. That's how adaptogenic ingredients work. They help your body adapt. And then one of my favorite parts of the formula of rise is L-theanine. Okay, so this is where I think really like rise separates itself from products that are just trying to hype people up, get them all stimulated. Because L-theanine has actually been studied for stress related symptoms and the aspects of cognitive function that really help focus on that the calming part. So, and not just calm, but a calm focus so that you're literally able to slow down the brain, focus, and get things done. And there's studies that suggest that it can actually help support attention in a more relaxed but alert state. And that's what so many people need now. It's like we're on this constant alert, but we can't relax. And so it's kind of given us the best of both worlds. And that combination of theanine with the natural source of caffeine has actually been associated with that improved alertness and that cognitive performance in so many studies. So just know that the compilation of the ingredients in here, they're all clinically studied, and they're all clinically studied for the support that is going to give you in regards to that mental health, the energy, the stress resilience, all of those things. And so this matters so much because again, we live in an environment where we don't need more stimulation, we need more support. And so we need our brains to be more clear and our thoughts to not be so scrambled and our energy to literally be cleaner. Don't even get me started about the energy drink stock market. But and our focus to be there, and for our nervous system to just stop swinging between overdrive and exhaustion because we're constantly in that fight or flight. And so rise is not a formula that I would describe that's going to push the body harder. It is something that is going to support your body smarter. It is supporting the chemistry behind clearer thinking, better mental energy, that steadier output, being productive, and that more resilient cognitive function. You're just going to feel better now. And that's all because of not just the ingredients that are in this, but because of the 11 harmonic frequencies that are help supporting your body and helping those ingredients to be more effective for what they are designed to do in the body. Because of all the outside noise that you cannot see, is why it is so critical and so beneficial to have these 11 harmonic frequencies supporting your body. Okay. So I want to pause a second and let's talk about the nervous system part. Okay. Because there's so much conversation, like I already mentioned, about the nervous system and how we support that. And that's for good reason, because as a collective whole, our society, like we're carrying too much. We are on mental overload, we're emotionally overloaded, physically overloaded, and our nervous system is absolutely paying the price. And so rise gives us a way to talk about the nervous system support without framing it like it's sedating the body or collapsing it or completely relaxing it, because it's not about shutting the person down. It's about helping us function with more clarity and less chaos going on the inside. And again, that's where the L-theanine just fits into that component just perfectly, because it's been studied for stress and cognition, but it's also promoting the body to be in a calm, alert state. So you're supporting the nervous system in a body that has been stuck in so much noise. And so we're supporting a person who's been mentally cluttered. They feel like before the day starts, they're already a day behind, and that's solely dependent on caffeine, but can't think clear, who is literally feels like their body is awake, but their brain is has not powered up and is not online yet. And so Rise is going to help support clear signaling. Okay. We have to have clear signals. The radio has to be in tune for the body to be able to hear it. And from there is how we have a better mental state to actually start from. Okay, so it's not just the nootropic formula, it's not just the incredible ingredients, it's the frequency charged aspect with the 11 harmonic frequencies. Because now we're not just supporting the biochemical side of the brain and the nervous system with the ingredients that we talked about, we're supporting the bioenergetic environment, the brain and nervous system, and the communication to those. And that is such a big deal that nobody talks about. Nobody talks about the things that cannot be seen, but that affect our health more than one will ever know. And so, what we need most is not forcing our body to do something or to change, but to provide our body with coherence, to provide our body with an energetic aspect that is going to calm the internal static. It is going to create less chaos. It is going to provide a terrain where clear signals can go out in between our cells and provide better rhythm. And this is why Rise allows people to feel so differently so quickly. It is truly feel good now. This is not something where you've got to take it for 30 days before you figure out if it's going to support your body. It's literally within one or two times, especially if you're really in tune to your body, you should feel that difference. So now let's talk about source. Rise is a conversation around brain, energy, that calm focus. Source is absolutely the topic of foundation. If your foundation is weak, everything is going to feel harder. Everything. Source is one of these products that I truly wish people really, really understood um, why it is so foundational. Um, you know, again, as a society as a whole, we're depleted in minerals, and that is felt everywhere. We feel it in our energy levels, we feel it in how we are not truly hydrated, we feel it in our muscles. We feel it in inflammation. We feel it in how we're able to recover from stress, how we're able to recover from working out. We feel it because our body is in absolute toxin overload. So, source is fulvic acid. Okay. Fulvic acid is a wide range of trace minerals. Okay. Minerals. We are going to replenish what we do not have enough of. Those trace minerals like magnesium, iodine, iron, calcium, chromium, selenium, zinc, copper, manganese, along with potassium. And so that is a serious foundation that is absolutely essential for the electrical component of the body. Not even talking about the harmonic frequencies, we're talking about how you've got to have these minerals in order for bioenergetic components of the body to even function properly. So one of the biggest minerals that I want to highlight really quick is magnesium. So magnesium is actually involved in more than 300 enzyme systems within our body. It is required for energy production. Okay, so even the doctors and the scientists in mainstream medicine acknowledge that our body creates energy. Okay, so magnesium is required for energy production, muscle and nerve function. Okay, again, that's a bioenergetic component because how are the muscles going to fire off? How are the nerves going to fire off? Magnesium is essential for protein synthesis, blood glucose regulation, and so many more core biochemical metabolic processes in the body. So when someone literally says, I'm dragging, my muscles are all tense. I'm tired, but they're restless. They can't sit still. They just kind of have like a flat feeling to themselves. Um, this is this is a big part of where this kind of foundation matters. So you also have iodine and selenium. Those are huge topics in the thyroid conversation. Zinc and copper, okay? This matters in cellular repair. This matters in literally your cellular health, period. Zinc and copper are a whole nother, I could talk for hours about zinc and copper. Your immune system, you've got chromium, which is a huge part of the metabolic conversation. Potassium and sodium, that is what, a huge matter in hydration and the cellular fluid dynamics of the body. So fulvic acid, that the minerals that are naturally contained in that, this is not just tossing random minerals at the body. It is literally about supporting a terrain within your body where the body can better receive and utilize what it's being given. Because these minerals that are within this, they are in, a lot of people have asked, am I going to get too much magnesium or am I going to get too much copper by taking this? What is so phenomenal about God's creation is that fulvic minerals, the trace minerals in fulvic acid, are actually in the exact ratios that our body needs them. So it's like you're not going to have too much of one and not enough of another. And that's just so incredible about God's creation and utilizing natural support for the body. So this is rebuilding. Okay, this is a rebuild product, a clean out product. It is going to provide your body with that mineral foundation that is absolutely essential for conductivity, to hydrate your body on a cellular level, to provide that resilience. It is literally the charger. This is the ground wire. It is the product that helps people stop living on a phone battery that is at 5%, like instantaneously. Well, then you have the energetic component. And so this is why source matters so much. Energy is not just about, being stimulated and being able to have the energy to go do things. It's about being able to preserve our energy well, to be able to signal within our body the processes that need to occur. You know, when our body is depleted, the signaling, the energetic signaling is suffering. And it's not going to matter what you put in because it's not going to know where to go and how to be utilized. Our recovery is going to suffer. Our body is not going to be able to adapt to its environment. And so, Source is helping support the kind of terrain that the body needs to actually be able to function. Then, with the 11 harmonic frequencies, again, we're not only addressing the chemistry, we're addressing the energetic side. And I love, love, love that this is liquid because when I open this up and I put this into my water, guess what? Those 11 harmonic frequencies are transferring to my water. And so you are able to, what I essentially say is you're recalibrating. You're recalibrating every time you take a sip of that water. Like I am sitting again in this cocoon of frequencies that are having a negative impact to my body that are they're constantly coming at me. So what am I doing to offset that, to balance that and provide frequencies that are going to provide support and balance for my body? So that's what I love these two products. You guys, these products are going to meet people where they're at and where they need it most without doing too much too fast. So you have one that is going to help with your focus, the mental energy that is absolutely essential to the clearer thinking, feeling more calm, supporting that nervous system, while the other one is going to help with the mineral depletion and replenishing that, the cellular hydration, the conductivity for the biochemical components, I mean the bioenergetic components, that foundational energy support that you have to have. And because both are frequency charged, they're not only giving the body the ingredients, they are also supporting a more coherent energetic environment. They're supporting the body again, not necessarily against all of the frequencies that are coming at them, but we're supporting because all of those frequencies are coming at us. You guys, if we didn't live in an environment that was constantly dysregulating us with the frequencies, with the things that we can't see, then we wouldn't need to support our body from an energetic standpoint. But believe you me, there are patents out there, there is science out there that shows all of this and how it is having a negative impact on our health. But it is something that nobody is talking about. So when you start to feel like you start these products and within a few days you're like, oh my goodness, my mind feels like it's working. I feel energetic in a stable way throughout my day. I don't feel so fried and overstimulated. I'm actually feel good today and not in a fake, oh my goodness, I just had an energy drink kind of way, but in a real way where you're like, oh my goodness, I really didn't notice how bad I felt before. Because so many people are accepting the fact that it's normal to be tired. It's normal to have brain fog. Oh, I'm a mom. Oh, inflammation. Yeah, that's just something I deal with. It's normal. Everybody's got it. Just totally disconnected from being able to feel joy. Totally dependent on caffeine. Yep, that's normal. Survival mode, normal. No, that does not have to be your normal. Your body may need support. You may need to rebuild from the foundation. You may need to nourish your body better. You definitely probably need a better rhythm. You definitely probably need biochemical and bioenergetic support. But you guys, there is hope. And that's why I love this dynamic duo of Rise and Source because it has met so many individuals in real places where they didn't think that there was hope, that they didn't think that they could feel better, where they could live a life every day where they had energy, where they could deal with the stresses of life, where they could actually show up for themselves and their loved ones. Because people don't need more hype. They need support and hope that they can feel like there is life within them again. So if you've ever, like, if you have been feeling exhausted, or you know somebody who's foggy, they're just flat, they're just trying to get through the day, they're overstimulated. Guess what? Rise and Source are two foundational products that are literally a dynamic duo to start the foundation of support from a biochemical and bioenergetic way to support the body smarter and to give all of the systems within your body potentially what it has been missing. So I hope that has been helpful for you guys today. I bet you have a better understanding of Rise and Source, from breaking down the ingredients, but understanding how the bioenergetic and the biochemical aspect, they work together to help you feel better now. So, in case you didn't know, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central, I do believe that is. Let me check to make sure I've got that time correct. I think so. Yes, 10 a.m. Central tomorrow. The watermelon flavor drops, you guys. It is absolutely phenomenal. I had it last year. I will be buying it. I'm an honest person, and I don't love mangoes. So when they do new flavor drops, guess what? I stock up. So here's my pineapple. One that I wished I had bought a ton of was the hibiscus one. My husband and I literally like fight over that one because we're in the last container. I should have bought more, but I didn't know if we were gonna love it. So anyways, the watermelon one is great, and it drops tomorrow at 10 a.m. I highly suggest that you set an alarm because it will sell out fast. But you guys have a beautiful week, and thank you so much for hopping on the live.